Heading for home, Hooker Falls, craters of the moon, geothermal Waireki, geothermal power station, wood carvings at Tokoroa, corrugated sculptures at Tira, home to Ngaruawahia, bloody marvellous. Hello, hello, welcome. Hi Pie, hope you've had a bloody marvellous day. Left Dannyvirk with a view to checking out Hastings and Napier. But nothing really caught our eye on the way there. We couldn't find any sort of cafes that was sort of our style. We did stop and picked up some fruit and a bit of carrot cake and a cup of tea. That was all, and checked out a bloody marvellous sort of $2 type shop in Waipakarau, I think it was. But yeah, apart from that, nothing until we came here to the Hooker Falls. A truly amazing place where all of the water from Lake Taupo, one of New Zealand's largest lakes, comes out through a very small gap to the Waikato River. The actual Waikato River flows through the lake, I believe, as the elements of the Waikato River further to the other upstream of the lake. Lake Taupo was a large volcano that blew its stack and then filled with water. It's actually recorded when it occurred. The smoke and that was recorded in China. So it was a huge explosion that it's very deep, lots of water, and it all comes out here through the Hooker Falls. So the photos don't really do it justice here, but it's an amazing spectacle. Huge volume of water coming through a very small gap. I have worked with a couple of guys who have ridden down it in kayaks and canoes, but they're particularly crazy characters. And I don't think it's allowed, but they do manage to do it. So a really amazing spot, and free to visit too, which is pretty good. Just down the road from there is the Craters of the Moon. This is the only tourist attraction thing that we actually paid to go to. We did make a couple of donations to a few of the museums and things, but essentially this is the only one that we paid to go to. It cost $8, and yeah, just really to keep it up and things like that. So it's quite an interesting spot. It was a bit of a walk around. Unfortunately, my phone ran out of battery, and so I had to rely on my wife's phone, and also didn't record my steps, which I'll talk about a wee bit later on. So yeah, Craters of the Moon, and almost next door to that is the Waireki geothermal power station. Yeah, which is pioneering in geothermal energy, and one of the first geothermal stations in New Zealand. Using geothermal energy to convert it into electricity. Bloody marvellous. A quick stop in the forestry town of Tokoroa to check out the wood carvings. And then on to Tirau to check out the corrugated sculptures. This is a building. And there's another one that's a couple of sheep. So stopped in there for an ice cream and a donut. Larry the Lamb caught up with some old friends, and then from there we pushed on to home, Ngaruawahia. Bloody marvellous. So day 14, the last day of the roadie. And 3421 steps recorded, although a large chunk of the steppage around the Craters of the Moon was not recorded due to a flat phone. So a little disappointing there. No change in the weight, of course, because we had no access to the scales. But all in all, a great road trip, and although it was good to be home, yeah, it was a marvellous 14 days. So thanks for joining us on the ride. Really appreciate it. If you know the answer to today's challenge, put it in the comments below the video for a chance to be on the Hall of Fame tomorrow. No one was able to answer yesterday's challenge, Turkmenistan, but hey, we had some great comments from contributors, and it was all, bloody marvellous. So thanks to everyone for your support during the road trip. Hopefully normal transmission will resume soon. I should maybe catch up my vlogs. I'm a sort of day behind at the moment. But we should get it back to normal, and let's see what happens. All good. Cheers. Fuel legit. This has been a maurieo presentation, recorded live in our studio at Ngaruawahia, capital of the Waikato district, a district towards the top of the North Island of Aotearoa, New Zealand. The land of the long white cloud. We're a little country right at the bottom of the globe, a place where Kiwis live in a paradise we like to call God's own country.